NBC News Radio, I'm Scott Carr. The U.S. economy is headed in the right direction. That from President Biden on Friday as he highlighted a better-than-expected jobs report. It showed there were 311,000 jobs added in February, more than analysts had expected. Meantime, the president making it clear in a budget proposal this week that he will not allow for entitlements to be cut. Lisa Taylor's got more on what the Office of Management and Budget Director Shalonda Young said during a White House press briefing yesterday.
She said the president's plan will strengthen Medicare, Social Security, and other critical programs Americans depend on. Biden's budget includes hiking the tax rate on Americans earning more than $400,000 each year to extend Medicare's solvency by 25 years. Republicans have slammed the move as a massive tax increase. Young, during a White House briefing, accused Republicans of wanting to slash entitlement programs and called on them to lay out a robust proposal. Biden's plan is likely dead on arrival in the Republican-controlled House. I'm Lisa Taylor.
A federal judge has now ruled that the audio of former President Trump bragging about groping women can be used as evidence in a case accusing him of rape. A judge ruled Friday the so-called Access Hollywood tape released before the 2016 election can be used in a civil trial where he's accused of raping the writer E. Jean Carroll in the mid-90s. In Central California, over 9,000 are under evacuation orders this morning as an atmospheric river continues to dump heavy rain on that state. In Santa Cruz County, officials say 10,000 have been isolated by flooded roads. 2 deaths from the flooding have been confirmed. In Texas, 3 women are being sued over claims they helped a friend get abortion pills. It's a wrongful death suit and the first of its kind since Roe v. Wade was overturned last June. The lawsuit filed by a man who said the women helped his ex-wife obtain the pills to have an abortion, which he said violated Texas law. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
Maybe you're not one of those frequent flyers, but sometimes you just want to hit the beach or see your new granddaughter or go to that out-of-state wedding. Whatever the reason for your getaway, if it involves flying in the U.S. or visiting a military base after May 7th, 2025, you'll need a Kentucky Real ID driver's license or an ID that is Real ID compliant. Make a plan to get your Kentucky Real ID now. Go to realidky.com.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. You can now get COVID-19 tests sent to your home monthly at no cost to you. Get up to 8 at-home COVID-19 rapid antigen tests delivered directly to your home for no cost. With free shipping, dial pound 250, keyword COVID test now to get your COVID-19 test delivered to you at no cost. If you're on Medicare, dial pound 250, keyword COVID test for up to 8 at-home COVID-19 tests monthly delivered to you at absolutely no cost, including free shipping. Dial pound 250, keyword COVID test. That's pound 250, keyword COVID test now.
The 6-month anniversary of Hurricane Ian is approaching, and insurance adjusters in Florida are still tallying the damage, as Rick Hoschel reports.
As of this week, the state's Office of Insurance Regulation reported nearly $14 billion in insured losses on close to 710,000 claims. Over 250,000 claims have been filed in southwest Florida's hard-hit Lee County alone. That's where the hurricane made landfall in late September at just under Category 5 strength. Storm is blamed for nearly 150 deaths across Florida. I'm Rick Hoschel.
On Friday, the Treasury Secretary urged members of Congress to raise the debt limit, an amount already set by previous Congresses to spend, without lumping on added conditions, warning a default on the nation's debt would trigger an economic catastrophe.
Since 1789, the United States has always paid its bills on time, and it must continue to do so.
Appearing before a House panel, Secretary Janet Yellen said a U.S. default on its obligations could occur sometime between the summer and early fall if they don't approve of raising the debt ceiling. Some Republicans in the House are demanding spending cuts in the current budget before approving it. The U.S. Attorney's Office in New York City says they caught a con artist mixing in real sports trading cards with fake ones, including those of NBA great Michael Jordan, as part of a fraud scheme that cost victims more than $800,000. The man faces charges after being arrested this week in Denver. Reports say actress Jenna Ortega is in talks to star in Tim Burton's new production of Beetlejuice 2. Deadline reports Ortega would join Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder, expected to reprise their roles from the first Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
Ortega would play the daughter of writers Lydia in the sequel. Ortega and Burton first worked together on last year's hit Netflix series Wednesday. Production's expected to begin late May or early June in London. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Up to $34 million in state funds is one step closer to being distributed to develop land and buildings in local communities. An announcement was made yesterday by Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear. The Kentucky General Assembly approved $100 million in funding during its 2022 session, with this $34 million being the first round of funding. This initial round of money will go to benefit 54 site and building development projects across the state. And more good news for Kentucky's economy. Kentucky's annual unemployment rate is down from 4.4% in 2021 to 3.9% 2 years later here in 2023. 10 years ago, the annual unemployment in Kentucky was at 8.2%, and that current 3.9% is the lowest seen since the U.S. Bureau of Statistics began reporting unemployment rates in the year 1976. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Digging around here in Kentucky means hitting rock. Royal Flush Plumbing can help with rock removal, big or small, commercial or residential projects. Digging a line is easy with their whole ram and excavator equipment. Call Royal Flush for basement excavation too. They have equipment to help you whether you need emergency plumbing repair or other maintenance. Call Royal Flush owner Danny Lynn.
If you're looking for a plumber you can trust, pick up the phone and call Royal Flush. 859-319-1286. 859-1286.
We're so excited. Nice weather's here, and we're going to wet our plants. Buddy Beaver here. Mulch to Go now has Rock to Go. Yes, we've been busy little beavers and expanded to add landscape, rock, sand, topsoil, compost, and more. We have a wide selection to choose from in both bulk and bags. Stop by Mulch to Go for your landscape needs from pine nuggets, pine straw, cedar, cypress, and playground chips too.
Mulch to Go opens at 9 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 325-5858. They're located in Harrodsburg on the corner of 127 and Beaumont Avenue. Mulch to Go.
Mulch to Go.
The WHBN weather forecast is brought to you by Arnold Family MedSave Pharmacy, saving you on all your prescription drugs. Located on South College Street across from Pizza Hut. Arnold Family MedSave Pharmacy. Partly sunny today with a high near 50. Tonight, showers coming in after the midnight hour. Low tonight around 38. And showers continuing early tomorrow, then becoming cloudy and a high near 50 again. Mostly cloudy tomorrow night, a low around 31.
Welcome to Gardening with James. Learn how to start your own garden, grow your own food, and live a healthier lifestyle. Food can be a medicine for the body, or it can cause high blood pressure or other health issues by not eating right. This show is packed full of tips and information, as well as special guest interviews from around the country, and is designed to make gardening simple, fun, and frugal for the whole family. Call James with your questions and problems now at 734-4321. Now, let's go in the garden with your host, James Ross.
All right, here we go on another cold Saturday morning. I tell you, the weather's just flip-flopped for the last 2 weeks. One day I'm, in short sleeves out working, enjoying myself. The next day I've got to put long johns, jacket, and hoodie, and a hat, and everything on. But it hasn't slowed us down. We've been making progress on our projects, like I say, because we have 3 projects that are going on. One is at KSD and Center College, the little farm that KSD has. They got an agriculture class that goes on, and we're still working on that one. But so far we have 3 boxes full at the Shepherd's House. These boxes are 5 foot by 10 foot in length and everything, and I guess it's about 30 inches high. But the clients that they've had down there, they've been really good about coming out and helping out to get this project going, and they're excited about learning how to grow foods. There's probably maybe 4 or 5 of them there that have ever grown anything, and and all of them are going through something, because that's the reason why they're there. They're all going through something, and but I think with the help of what the Shepherd's House is doing, I think a lot of them will come out of that and be productive. I've seen them, some of them go out and they come back, hey, I got a job. You know, they're pretty excited about that, and they have classes on a regular basis. But and when they come out, you know, and work in the garden, they get credit for that because, you know, they put in their time doing something instructive. So that's been really good. Roger Fox, who I had on the show, I guess a couple of weeks ago, he's been very receptive to what we're doing, and you know, he's making sure that you know, everything is done the way it's supposed to be done, and really nice guy. So I've been really enjoying that, and our next project is Batewood Homes. They started a little garden club there, and that's working out pretty good. And most of the people that have showed up are, you know, at this point, because it's cold. So when it's cold, you're not going to get as many people as you would like. But on a sunny day, like the very first day meeting that we had, probably about 10 or 12 people showed up, which is good. And there was probably 4 or 5, maybe 6 gardeners in there. So, you know, they know how to plant. They know about vegetables. They know how to do, you know, quite a bit, even great with flowers. So today, with the help of Most to Go, I'm going to meet them down there probably around 12 o'clock. And they're going to bring 2 truckloads. The first truckload would be about 10 yards of topsoil, and then I think it's 6 yards of compost and some other amendments that they have, and so I'll meet them down there today. We was going to do it today, but it didn't work out for my help, so we're going to do it on Monday. I had got a call from the Greek club at Center College. Gentleman named his name is Davis Willis, I think that's what his name is. And then we have another gentleman. His name is I can't remember what his name is. I'll come back to that. But they called me from the school and said, hey, you know, we got some students that need to do some volunteer work, and what do you have? I say, hey, I got plenty. Yes, we can set that up. And so we've talked over the last week or so about trying to get a date to put the soil in, and so they're going to come. They're going to come on Monday, probably around 2 o'clock. And he, you know, I met him down there at Batewood Homes yesterday afternoon, and he said that they'll be there. And he said he's bringing 10 students with him, and then at 3 o'clock they're going to bring 8 more. So we're going to stay there they said that we're going to stay there as long as it takes to get those boxes full. So this way they can help me create this garden design and put it together and make it beneficial for everybody. So so we're going to have 18 students, which is great. And then he told me, so most of these students are athletes. They play some type of sports, which is great. I need athletes when it comes to shoveling topsoil and shoveling compost and just, you know, doing the heavy duty stuff. Because I told him, I said, because most of the people that have showed up, they're 50 and above. So they can help, you know, but they're not going to be able to do the heavy lifting part. But, you know, if anything, they'll come out and maybe just support us and, you know, and talk to the students and kind of get to know them. And, you know, so I expect a fun day, probably be a cold one. I just have to put my coveralls on and go for it. But these projects, they are coming along. And then the next one will be Center College, KSD Farm. So because last year I helped at the farm probably maybe 5 times, and there's a lot of food at the farm. All right, got a phone call. Gardening with James.
Good morning, James. It's Kurt.
Good morning, Kurt. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm one of those over 50, over 60 farmers.
Right.
I don't do it like I used to, but I do it all by myself.
Right.
So I just wanted to encourage people maybe to get out and start deadheading some of their daffodils.
Mm-hmm.
I've been pulling off mine in groups. I've got literally more than I need, but they're so pretty, and the crocuses are pretty much done. I got muscari coming up and blooming all over the place, and some irises that are early.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to some warmer weather, although we just had that fake spring. I think Jessica Besson from the Extension Office labeled that. I stole that term from her.
The fake spring.
Yeah, I loved it. Anyway, I just love listening to your show, and I appreciate you letting me call in. And I want to encourage people maybe to get over to Morley's for that little farmer's market they have over there.
Over at Morley's?
Yeah.
Okay. And what time is that?
I think it starts at 9 or 10 and goes until around 1 or something like that. I went to it about 3 weeks ago just to see what they had, and they had, I think there were 4 or 5 vendors there, and, they need their support from the community.
Sure.
And then the business that's letting them set up inside there, so it's really
good.
There.
Yeah, that's real good when you can get them to allow you to come inside, especially with the kind of weather that we've been having. Being inside is great.
Yep. I'm trying to finish up a few projects on my garden, and I've been planting some tomatoes inside and a couple of other things. I'm probably running about 2 weeks late, like some people, but I hope I'm ahead of nature, and she's not going to trick me into putting my tomatoes out because it's supposed to get really, really cold over the next few days.
Yeah, I think you may want to wait on the tomatoes going outside because unless you've got a cold frame or something like that out there to help them out, because you're gonna be covering them up pretty regular.
Definitely. Listen, you have a great day and stay warm.
All right, you have a great one too.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Yeah. Folks, don't get in a big hurry to start setting plants out right now. If you've got a place that where it does stay pretty warm, pretty regular, I think April 20th is the official day of spring. So if you set them out now, you're gonna need a cold frame or you're gonna need something to cover them up because we still may get some snow. So be patient. Like I said, find you a spot, in a halfway warm house anyway. It don't have to be, 80 degrees or nothing, but, find some place where you can just put a few plants and, try to give them, open up the windows or something, give them some light. But like I said, don't get in a big hurry because you'll have to do it all over again. Let's see here. So, spring is coming, people are getting excited. I see people cutting grass now. I've probably been watching that all week long where people are now starting to cut their grass. My thing is once you start, you'll be on it for the duration of the spring and the summer. So I've been trying to put it off as long as I could. So, may have to next week because it is starting to get pretty shaggy at the McDowell house. So I'm trying to wait my turn. Let's see. I tell you what, let me get my break out the way, and then I'll come back and we'll talk some more.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
We're so excited. Nice weather's here, and we're going to wet our plants. Buddy Beaver here. Mulch to Go now has rock to go. Yes, we've been busy little beavers and expanded to add landscape, rock, sand, topsoil, compost, and more. We have a wide selection to choose from in both bulk and bags. Stop by Mulch to Go for your landscape needs from pine nuggets, pine straw, cedar, cypress, and playground chips, too.
Mulch to Go opens at 9 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Call 325-5858. They're located in Harrodsburg on the corner of 127 and Beaumont Avenue. Mulch to Go.
Mulch to Go.
Dear Mom, I know it's hard trying to quit smoking, but I heard something new about something that might help. It's called Kentucky's Tobacco Quit Line. It's one-on-one individual counseling over the phone with someone who can help. You can talk in private and talk at times when it's convenient. Just call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Mom, one of these days I'll be graduating, and then maybe someday getting married. I want you to be there with me. Please try it. I love you, Rachel.
The Kentucky Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. This message brought to you by your local health department.
Breakfast with the Basketball Coaches is this Saturday morning on WHBN, live from the Old Bus Station Restaurant. Join Gary True and Todd Davis at 9 o'clock as they have the coaches of the boys and girls basketball teams of both Mercer County and Bergen. Get the latest news on the teams right from the coaches. Breakfast with the Basketball Coaches of the Old Bus Station Restaurant is brought to you by Jamie Dunn Shelter Insurance, Farmers National Bank, 101 Business Solutions, and Big Deals Online Store. Tune in and hear the latest on high school basketball Saturday mornings on WHBN 99.5 FM and 1420 AM.
This WHBN weather forecast is a service of Northgate Medical Group. Dr. Richard Dart, APRN's Mackenzie Record, and Virginia Morris are accepting new patients at 859-734-3482.
Partly sunny today, high near 50. Tonight, showers come at hour. Low tonight around 38. And showers continuing early tomorrow, then becoming cloudy and a high near 50 again. Mostly cloudy tomorrow night, a low around 31.
Welcome back to Gardening with James. If you have questions, feel free to call the station or email spreadingcompost@gmail.com.
All right, we're back in the garden. Yeah, so, it's been a busy week, and, I don't know about you, but it takes me a minute to get in shape when it comes to gardening, and I go through this every year. During the winter, I sit around and eat, get fat. Not completely fat, but get kind of lazy. And just as soon as this year, as soon as February hit, seemed like that's when the phones start ringing the most. And so I'm out trying to do this and trying to get all different parts of my body back in shape because a garden hoe, a rake, a shovel, hedge trimmers, all those kind of things. Each time you use one of those, that's a different exercise for your body. Next time, next Saturday when I come in, there's a video I'm gonna play that you'll be able to listen to, talking about the workout from the garden tools, and I think I've used about half of them, and right now, because one day I think I raked I did a flower bed in a backyard. Let's see, I think I did 10 bags, so I had to rake it. Put it in a trash bag and carry it to where it had to go. Sit it down, and it was legs and back and arms and everything got a serious workout. So I don't know about you, but me, I have to continue to try to get in some type of shape so this way I can I can do some of the things that I have to do, and hopefully by the time it gets warm, I'll be in pretty good shape, be able to take some of these clothes off and really start getting some exercise. I was reading here on Google where it says the earliest seeds to sow outdoors are cabbage. That's in February, followed by the crops in March, which is kale, onions, celery, spinach, broccoli, radish, and peas. Those are some of the things that you can set out, this month and get a head start on them. So if you got those seeds, feel free to start dropping those in. If you've prepared your soil, hopefully you've had your soil tested, because after every season of growing, if you've got a really nice garden, a vegetable garden, like I say, it uses up all the nutrients from the last year, and you have to top it off with some type of topsoil or some type of amendment to try to get some of those vitamins and different things back into the ground. So, like I say, so put those amendments in, prepare your soil, go ahead and try to get those things done, this month, especially if you're one of those people who start really get going, say, in April. Go ahead and get those things out the way, get your little garden plot, buckets. I have seen so many videos on YouTube about people who plant only in buckets. They have the certain vegetables that they like, and it seems to work really well. So there's a lot of great ideas. Like, say, buckets might cost you, if you go to a bakery, or if you go someplace where they buy it by the tub, or say the 5-gallon buckets, you can probably find quite a few of those. So, if you don't have space, a 5-gallon bucket will do just as good. So try to get out there and try to plant something this year. But for those who are serious gardeners, like, say, your kale, your onions, your celery, your spinach, broccoli, your radish, and your peas, like I said, those seeds can go in the ground now. So this way you can have the fruits and vegetables that you want, because I've always said that, if the vegetable comes 3,000 miles away, it's been sprayed, it's been trucked, it's been all kinds of different processes it's got to go through. But if you like fresh food that you can just walk out the back door or walk out the front door, wherever your garden is at, pick something, bring it back in the house, it will always taste better. So you just grow something, because, with the way things are going with transportation, because like I say, if there's a stoppage of any kind when it comes to the produce and the different foods, like I say, you'll be left to having to grow it. So go ahead and start doing it now, at least try to get started. And so this way you can learn how to do it just in case that day comes. Hopefully before that day comes that you learn how to grow your own food. Well, my time is about up. Let's see here. Let's see here. I think I may have time for that. Nope, I'm not gonna have time for that either. But yeah. So get out there, enjoy the day. Put in some volunteer time. Try to help somebody. Make their life a little bit better, because community work is a really important thing that every community can do, no matter where you live at, because if you know the people in your community, you don't have to like everybody in your community, but if you can just get along, if you can, as I like to say, if you can agree to disagree to some things and still make it work, you'll be a lot better off. So try to help your community get better. Go volunteer at a school. Go volunteer, at a senior center. Go volunteer, someplace. So this way you can help yourself, because it's more of a therapy than it is anything. So try to get out there and try to help somebody this week. Well, my time's up. I will get back with you folks next time. Have a great, great day.
thank you for listening to Gardening with James, Saturday mornings on WHBN 99.5 FM and Tuesdays and Thursdays garden tips on WHIR FM 103.